going on YouTube? This is Terrell Davis coming at you with another review video. This time we're reviewing WWE Fastlane, and in all its glory, it was a good show. I'm just going to take you into the results, and let's get into it, man. I mean, this was a great show. We start off Miss TV, Paul Heyman is talking about how Brock Lesnar is going to win regardless of the winner between the Roman Reigns Daniel Bryan match. He says Brock Lesnar is going to conquer pretty much. Just real quick, because I definitely want to get into that Daniel Bryan Roman Reigns match myself. So Fastlane, we've seen the return of Randy Orton. He came out after the first match of the night, which was a 6-man tag, which was Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Dolph Ziggler going up against Seth Rollins, Kane, and Big Show. And then when it was said and done, Seth Rollins, Kane, and Big Show got the win, but Randy Orton was the one who stole the moment when he made his return, and he cleaned house pretty much. So I can't wait to see this Seth Rollins, Randy Orton rivalry. I think this is going to be a big rivalry. It's going to be entertaining, to say the least. And then we have the Stardust, the Goldust match, which that ended in controversial fashion as well. Goldust had Stardust rolled up in a pin, and then referee counts 2, and then Stardust happens to kick out, but for some odd reason the referee calls for the bell. He never counted 3, and it was weird. He stopped counting. He clearly seen that Stardust kicked out, but for some odd reason he decided to call for the bell. So I don't know if that was storyline purposes, where Stardust is like, you won, you didn't really beat me or something like that. But it's gonna be a little interesting to see how that turns out, especially with the way the match ended. And then we have the Usos and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd all going at it. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd pick up the tag team championships, which I thought that was very surprising, to say the least. I mean, they seem like the unlikely pair, but they actually got the job done, and they're the new tag team champions. So, especially the tag team that's starting to get a little bit more relevant. You have the Usos, you have Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, potentially the primetime players coming back. You have the Ascension, and I guess you could say the New Day would be in that mix as well. But you definitely see, the tag teams getting some love once again. And then we have the Triple H Sting segment where, Sting comes back, and, Triple H is trying to bribe him, trying to, offer him, spot in the Hall of Fame, and, trying to let, in his view, trying to let Sting off easy. But Sting is ready to fight Triple H, and, he essentially challenges him to a match at WrestleMania, and Triple H, tries to attack Sting with this, the signature sledgehammer, but, Sting had his signature bat, the black bat, and he beat Triple H down pretty good with that. So it's all confirmed that Triple H and Sting will be facing off at WrestleMania. And then we have Dean Ambrose and Bad News Barrett. This match also ended in controversial fashion because Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, and then right after the match, he pretty much takes the Intercontinental title belt, and he just walks away with it. I think he's borrowing it, as King said. But this rivalry is not over, so they're gonna be facing off again come WrestleMania time. And then we had a segment where we thought it was going to be the return of The Undertaker, but in our reality, it was just Bray Wyatt sending a message to The Undertaker and pretty much just challenging him. It was the first time he openly said The Undertaker's name and, just challenged him at a match at WrestleMania. So I can't wait for that one. I'm hoping tonight on tonight's Raw we get to see the return of The Undertaker and he, responds. But we'll see what happens. See Nikki Bella, Paige. Nikki Bella retains her title against Paige, and I kind of figured that would happen. So I would think that they would save, have this match again at WrestleMania, and Paige possibly getting a WrestleMania moment by beating Nikki Bella. But we'll see what happens. Then we have John Cena and Rusev, which, Rusev is he's a bad boy, and he beat Cena, although he didn't beat Cena in the cleanest of ways, but he still beat him, and, that's at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, and, Rusev's still undefeated, he's still the United States champion, but, he's unstoppable. There's nobody that's really going to stop him. I would think they would have the rematch at WrestleMania, and to be honest, I think Rusev might win that one too, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll let Rusev have his WrestleMania moment. Who knows? But now, let's get down to business, to the main event. Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, it lived up to the hype. There was so much action, there was so much physicality in that match. It was a match for the ages. 5-star match. It's already been established Roman Reigns is not the best technical wrestler in the world, but he countered Daniel Bryan's technical moves with his power moves. He's a power guy. That's his game. He has the power game, and he had that well. And this match was physical as I thought it was going to be, and the outcome of the match is what I was thinking it was going to be all along, and that's Roman Reigns getting the victory over Daniel Bryan. But it wasn't so much him getting the win; it was him getting the win, but getting it cleanly. In the middle of the ring, no interference, no nothing for anybody, no controversy. Just Roman Reigns pinning Daniel Bryan in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. That was it. And it silenced the naysayers in a sense because they had nothing to complain about. Daniel Bryan, he put up a chance, his rematch that he never had. He put that up on the line against, Reigns' chance to be at WrestleMania, and Reigns ultimately came out on top. And it was after the match where, we had, Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns in the middle of the ring shaking hands, and Daniel Bryan just tells Roman Reigns, you better kick his ass, and he's, referring to Brock Lesnar. And that was honestly the validation that Roman Reigns needed. Like, he needed that win against Daniel Bryan. He needed that. And I thought it was cool that, the fans weren't as crazy and rowdy as the fans were at the Royal Rumble, which, they were relentless in that pay-per-view. But Fastlane last night, they were pretty much at bay. They were pretty much at peace with the outcome of the match. There were some, of course, that weren't too happy. They were, the butthurt, Daniel Bryan fans. But at the end of the day, Roman Reigns came out on top, and he's going to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Now, I'm very interested to see how they build this match up, because if they build it up right, this is going to be match of the year. And I've said it all along, I believe that this will be the match of the year. You have a guy like Paul Heyman, who's been building up Brock Lesnar for years, and then you have a new guy like Roman Reigns who's trying to make a name for himself, and what better way to do it than a big win over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? And not only that, but you're also the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I don't think that it'd be a good idea for Roman Reigns to turn heel, because I think that would tarnish his character more than anything. And not only that, I don't think it's really a good idea for him to team up with Paul Heyman to be a Paul Heyman guy. But you've seen what happened with the last couple of Paul Heyman guys. Other than CM Punk, of course, but Ryback and Cesaro, they really didn't do anything. They weren't really that relevant when they had Paul Heyman in their corner. And Paul Heyman is pretty much just sticking with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, is he's successful, and it's thanks in part to Paul Heyman. So I just think it should be Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar having the most physical match they can have. I mean, if they really want to build Roman Reigns up to do anything, is to be that sympathetic figure. I mean, have Brock Lesnar, come out, beat down Roman Reigns after a match or something like that, and give him an F5, and just sporadic appearances where he comes out and gives Reigns an F5 and something like that, and then just something like that. But I mean, I don't think it's really a good idea to turn Roman Reigns heel. I just don't want them to tarnish his character. Like, he's on the rise. Just leave him the way he is. That's my thing to you, dude. You just leave him the way he is. Like, this is Roman Reigns that I'll be cool with seeing. The more aggressive, the more one versus all mentality that he has. Like, I kind of like this character. They should just keep it strictly the way it is. But that was it. I mean, I thought Fastlane was a good show. It was well worth the free $99 that it was worth. And if you haven't seen it yet, I hope I didn't ruin it too much for you. But please subscribe to WWE Network. I mean, you have up until the end of the month, which is the 28th. And I mean, it's free. I mean, you can watch Fastlane over and over again. You can watch any other pay-per-view from any other year. And, if you want to rewatch Fastlane, heck, you want to rewatch, WrestleMania 15, you name it, they have all the pay-per-views. So check it out. And tonight on Raw, we're gonna have the first part of the build-up to WrestleMania. As of right now, the card as it stands, we have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then we have Triple H and Sting 1-1-1. And so beyond that, I mean, we have a card built up, folks. So I am ready to see what they do next, especially on the road to WrestleMania. And it's all but confirmed. Roman Reigns is going to go to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar for a World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm ready to see these guys build up their match, and I'm ready to see WWE build up the rest of the card for WrestleMania. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys subscribe to my page, like this video, comment below. If you want to let something off your chest, if you don't agree with me, or if you do agree with me, just let me know. Just comment below, and like my page, like my video, and subscribe and share it with everybody. But enjoy Monday Night Raw tonight. I will be back with another video to follow up with Monday Night Raw. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have a good day. And like I said, check out Fastlane once again if you haven't done it yet. But until then, enjoy Monday Night Raw, and I'll see you guys